Music is music, whether it's made naturally, mechanically, or digitally. It is subjective by nature, because it is only perceived by the listener. That core idea cuts straight to the heart of what music actually is, stripping away the gatekeeping that often happens around how a sound is generated. When you look at music through the lens of pure perception, the distinction between an acoustic instrument, a mechanical gear, and a digital algorithm begins to blur. Here is an expansion on why that thought holds so much weight, broken down by how music is created, how it's processed, and how it's understood. 1. The tool is not the art. Whether a sound wave is created by tension, physical mechanics, or code, the underlying physics and emotional intent remain the same. Naturally, a violin vibrates, pushing air molecules forward to create a sound wave. The instrument is a physical tool designed to amplify human expression. Think of a player piano or a music box, steel teeth plucking metal tines via a rotating cylinder. It is automated, rigid, and purely mechanical, yet it can still evoke intense nostalgia or melancholy. Digitally, a synthesizer or software generates a digital signal that translates into a speaker cone vibrating. In every single case, the end product is exactly the same: vibrating air. The listener's ear doesn't receive the history of the sound. It only receives the pressure waves. The medium changes, but the raw material of music remains constant. 2. The receiver model of art. Your point that music is only perceived by the listener aligns perfectly with a philosophical view of art. A signal requires a receiver to exist. If a tree falls in an empty forest, it creates acoustic waves. But does it create noise? In the context of music, a digital file sitting on a hard drive or a sheet of music sitting in a closed drawer isn't music yet. It is just potential data. Music only happens in the precise moment of intersection between the sound wave and the human brain. The brain takes those raw frequencies, translates them through the eardrum, and maps them onto our emotions, memories, and biology. Therefore, the listener is actually a co-creator of the piece. 3. Radical subjectivity and context. Because music lives entirely in the perception of the listener, its value, meaning, and beauty are radically subjective. If a sequence of numbers or a spinning gear can trigger dopamine, bring a listener to tears, or make a room full of people move in unison, it has achieved the absolute peak function of music. The origin story of the sound wave matters far less than where it lands.